Tonight is the new moon in Libra, and this new moon is giving us the opportunity for a fresh new start to bring in balance in the area of our lives that Libra occupies in your chart. And so in this video, I'm going to be going over what you can where you can look to set your intentions for this new moon in Libra, depending on where Libra falls in your chart. And so if you are new to my if you are new to the channel, okay, my name is Kay Catrice. I am the Natal Chart Navigator, and I help open-minded, ambitious women, um, high-achieving women to make more money by using their energetic signature. Okay. And so, welcome to your Understanding You University. Now, if you're a man and you like, oh, I like your vibe, can you help me? Absolutely. I absolutely can. All right. So, let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay. And so, with this new moon, okay, um, oh, before I get started, if you find value in this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications every time I upload a new video to the channel or I go live. All right. So, with this new moon, okay, it optimism and faith are what will propel your intentions tremendously. Okay. And so Libra energy is cardinal energy, and cardinal energy is just meaning that it's the start of a new season. Okay. So we just crossed into fall, okay, on the 22nd. We just had the autumn equinox. And so, because this is cardinal energy at the start of the season, the intentions that you set are more potent. Okay. And so this new moon is going to be opposite um, retrograde Jupiter in Aries, which is the opposite energy of Libra. Okay. And Jupiter is the planet of luck. Okay. And so with this new moon being opposite Aries, it gives us extra confidence, extra courage, and extra enthusiasm when it comes to going after our dreams and desires. Okay. And so if you stay the course, okay, and this is the key, this is key. Okay. If you stay the course and stay diligent on bringing the intentions that you set here tonight to reality, okay, in 6 months when we have the Libra full moon, okay, and so that'll be around the 5th of April, okay. I am so super positive that you will be pleasantly surprised at what will be manifested for you, okay. So you want to, this is a really, really powerful time. We have 6 planets in retrograde, and so retrograde planets give us the chance to kind of review what we've, done. And, if we don't like what has taken place, this gives us a time to fix it. Okay. Retrograde is kind of like a fix. Okay. Um, and so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get started with Libra risings. Okay. Now you can listen for your sun and your moon sign as well. But I'm going to be speaking specifically for the rising sign. Okay. And so for Libra risings, this is going to be in your first house. The first house is the house of self. And so, with 6 planets in retrograde, this lunation is going to help you to get crystal clear on how you want to show up in the world, okay? More authentically, okay? And so this is the time for you to be you. No more shrinking down, no more, pretending to be somebody that you're not, okay? This is for you to balance out being versus social and giving versus taking time for yourself and not giving. Okay. There's nothing wrong with giving, giving to others. However, you can't give from an empty cup. And so you always want to make sure that your cup is full before you go and give to others. Okay. You also may be wanting to make a change to your physical appearance. You may want to cut your hair. You may want to, color it. You may want to, switch up your wardrobe. Um, so not only will you maybe feeling like, I want to show up differently in the world, but you also may want to, look differently as well. All right, and then so for Virgo risings, this lunation is going to be taking place in your second house. Okay, second house is personal finance, material possessions. It's also your self worth, and how you feel about your money. Okay. And so if you've been putting in the work and not seeing much return financially, this new moon is going to be balancing things out for you. Okay. So if you're a business owner, it may be time to raise your prices. Or if you're not a business owner but you have a job, and you're working, this may be a time for you to ask your boss for a raise. Okay. Fair compensation for the work that you do is your portion. And you may also at this time think about wanting to start a business or look into generating some passive income. Okay. And so, whatever it is that you are looking to do, you just need to make sure that you will be fairly compensated and it will be worth your time. Okay. You definitely don't want to go out and try to get another job where you're not going to be compensated for your time. You're not going to be properly compensated for the work that you are doing. And so you want to take this time to balance out. Also, you can take this time to look at your finances. How are your current finances? Do you need to, do you need to trim some fat? Okay, are there some things that you need to trim away, in order to free up some of your current money? You may not want to go out and get another job, but you just may need to, cut away some fat. So this is all about you taking the time to really hone in and key in on your finances. All right, and so for Leo risings, this is going to be in your third house. Third house is the house of communication. It's also the house of siblings and cousins, your neighborhood, and also social media as well. And so for you, this will be a new start in your communication spectrum, where you want to get balance within your communication. You may have been oversharing a little too much information with any and everybody. And so, you want to get balance in what you're sharing with others versus what you're keeping to yourself. I am so sorry, but this is too bright. See, it's so bright in my eye, but I want to make sure. Maybe if I move it this way. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're not oversharing, or if you're working on a project, you want to make sure that you're not spilling everything that you're doing, because you're setting yourself up to have people come in to try to sabotage what you're doing. Okay. So you definitely want to not share as much. And then also, if you have been somebody who's, people just come and they just dump all of their problems and their things on you, and you haven't been able to share with them, you may want to stop that. You may want to take a look, about how much of their issues are you consuming, okay? Because that affects your energy as well. Now, if you have, and if you haven't been speaking your mind, you know, Libra energy is a very Libra in the third house is very diplomatic. Okay, it's Libra is a peacekeeping energy anyway. Okay, it's a peacekeeping energy, very social energy, and so you know you may have you may not want to ruffle feathers, or you may not want to hurt somebody's feelings, but it's time for you to speak your mind. Stop doing that. Okay, there needs to be balance when it comes to your communication. Okay, and so there's a nice way for you to be able to tell people, stop with the bullshit. Okay, stop trying me. Okay, I know I'm nice and sweet and all, but you're not gonna keep trying me. Okay, so you don't have to be nasty, but there's a way. Okay, um, communication is give and take, and so this is allowing you to assess your communication. How are you communicating? And if you are not communicating to where you are getting what you need to say out, you're not being able to express what you need to express, then you need to reassess how you're communicating and then take some steps so that you can, speak your mind, say what you need to say while also listening to what others have to say as well. And also, if you are wanting to, start creating content and sharing your message, if you have a message or a dream or goal or something that you want to do, um, now's the time for you to start, to do that. If you want to start a YouTube channel, or want to get on TikTok, now this is the perfect time for you to start doing that. And being consistent with it. Consistency is key. But by the time the full moon comes in April, you should be pleasantly surprised as to see where you are if you stay the course and do the actual work. Okay. All right. So moving on to Cancer risings. For Cancer risings, this is going to be in your fourth house. Fourth house is the house of home, your ancestors, your roots. And so for you, you guys need to focus on harmony within your home. If there has been tension or any disharmony, okay, with family, with roommates, with your landlord, if you and your landlord not getting along, now is the time to work on resolving that. And you want to see, okay, not just what did they contribute to the disharmony, but what did you contribute to the disharmony as well, because it's two sides, okay? And so they can't be this harmonious if you're not, okay? So there's two sides. So you have to see where you've played a part as well. And even if you were, trying your best to be, harmonious, um, you still have to, um, you still play some type of a part, okay? Now, but you want to reassess it so that you can, try to resolve it, okay? Or if everything is kosher at your home, you may be wanting to, beautify your home, okay? Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is all about love and beauty and money, all the nice, pleasurable things. And so you may be wanting to beautify your home at this time and make it more aesthetically pleasing. You might go and get some new, pictures to put on the wall, or you may get some new furniture. Or if you're not getting furniture, you may want to beautify your yard, put down some nice, pretty flowers, some new grass, or get a fence or something to beautify your home, to make your home look more aesthetically pleasing. And this is also a good time for you to work on balancing your emotional state and allow more grace with yourself. Okay, don't beat yourself up so much. don't beat yourself up so much, and allow yourself, that time what you need to work on yourself, okay? Because it is a process. All right, and so for Gemini risings, okay, for Gemini risings, this is going to be in your fifth house. Fifth house is the house of joy and creativity. It is also the house of romance. I call this the pleasure house. It's also the house of, casual sex. And so with this house, you may be calling in a new romance, um, hanging out more and being more social and having fun, or tapping more into your creativity. Now, if you are single and you are looking for, a new boo, what type of person do you want to connect with? Okay, what experiences do you want to have with this person? Also, take the time to assess what would I want? What do you need to learn about you when it comes to dating? Okay. What are you giving versus what you are receiving? Now, if you have children, because fifth house is also the house of children, okay, assessing how much time you are spending with your children versus away from them. Is it balanced? And if not, is this is the time to tip the scales so that you're, spending time with them as well as, having time for yourself. Okay. And so, also, how can you bring in more creativity into your life? How are you spending your free time? And what are you doing, um, to bring more joy into your life on a daily basis? Okay. And then for Taurus risings, this is going to be in the sixth house. Sixth house is the house of work, daily routines, your health, and also pets. So one thing you may be looking at getting, a new pet, a family pet. This would be a good time to get a pet. I want a new doggy. This isn't my placement, but I am looking to get a new doggy. I miss my doggy. Um, and so, but how can you bring in more balance in your day-to-day routine and health? Okay. So if you've been overworking and not sleeping enough, you need to make some changes so that your health doesn't suffer. And if you already have health issues, okay, you need to reassess, okay, what can I do? To help better my health issues, okay? If you're supposed to be taking medicine and you're not taking the medicine, okay, you need to take the medicine. That's the first thing you need to do is take the medicine, okay? Um, are you drinking enough water? Okay, water is very important to our bodies. Um, and so have you been slacking in your day to day? And if you have been slacking, um, you know, now is the time to pick up the pace. Okay. If there has been any disharmony at your workplace, you want to assess what is your role in that disharmony and then take steps to bring more harmony into your work environment. Also, again, take a look at your health. Are you eating balanced? Meaning, are you eating life sustaining foods? How much life sustaining foods are you eating versus junk food? Are you drinking enough water? Are you exercising? Also, to me, exercising that includes meditation and yoga, any mindfulness acts, because not only do your health comprised of your physical body, but also the mental body as well, and your emotional body. Okay. Um, and so, if you have been overly focused on your health, are you allowing yourself to enjoy treats? Okay. Balance is definitely key. So, you eating a piece of cake, once a week is not going to, it's not going to kill you. Um, you're eating healthy all the time. Even on that one day, you've, ate great, and then you have one piece of cake. It's not going to kill you. Okay, balance is truly key. Okay, and the whole theme of this Libra new moon is balance. Okay, it's all about balance. Okay, now, since we're talking about health, we're here in the sixth house. What what Libra rules? It is the kidneys, the skin, the adrenal glands, and the buttocks. Okay, those are the body parts that the Libra zodiac rules. And so, if you're having any issues with those, this is now a time to, fine tune that. And even if you're not having issues, you want to definitely, fine tune that. If you need to go and get, go get a checkup, make sure you're getting a checkup, so that everything is good to go and everything is running optimally. Okay. Um, and so for Aries risings, this new start is going to be with your relationships and partnerships. Okay, so just one distinction. Fifth house is romance and like casual dating. Seventh house is committed partnerships and business partnerships. Okay. Um, and so now, do you feel balanced around how much you trust other people? Okay. Because when you're in a committed relationship, trust is key. Okay. Do you trust your partner? Um, does your partner trust you? Okay. Um, Work on allowing other people to support you. Okay. Aries risings are very independent. They're very, very independent. They have this whole, especially the women that I know that are Aries risings, and not all, but the ones that I know are like, I am woman, hear me roar. And it's like, okay, calm down, Sheba, calm down. You have to allow people to support you, allow people to help you. Okay, tap into being more, tap into allowing yourself to feel safe and being more intimate and deep within your, personal connections. Singles now would be a good time if you're looking to manifest a long-term committed relationship. Now would be a good time to start working on that. You need to get clear, crystal clear, okay, on what you are wanting in a connection. My godfather, he's no longer with us, but I remember I had to be like in my early 20s, and he was like, when you are wanting somebody, when you're wanting, looking for a partner, he was like, you sit down and you write and you tell God exactly what you want, exactly what you want in a partner. And so, you know, this is the time now, if you are looking to, if you're single and you're wanting to be in a committed relationship, sit down tonight, perfect time. Sit down and write out exactly what it is that you want in a partner. Okay. Um, you know, so that when you are, you start dating and, you can attract to you exactly what it is that you want. Okay. If you don't know what you want, you just might attract any old Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then you're going to be mad. You're trying to be in a committed relationship with them, and y'all on two different wavelengths, and it just ain't working. Okay. What standards, that you have for a connection? Um, One thing though, when you're looking for a committed partner, it's not for you to, nobody can complete you. Okay. You're already complete. When you were born, you came complete. You didn't come with a half an arm and you got to wait till you get married to get another arm. You know what I'm saying? Like you're already complete. Okay. And so just know that this partner is to enhance your life and not to fix it. Okay. Um, but also, can you call in more harmony and peace within your current connections? And for those, in business partnerships, are you and your partner, are you equal? and what, your responsibilities, or is one of you pulling more weight and the other one's not? How are your partnerships ships set up? Because they need to be balanced as well. All right. All right. And so moving on to Pisces risings. For Pisces risings, this is going to be in your eighth house. Now, this house is also, the house is sex. It's also other people's money. So your partner's money, business partner's money. Um, this is the house that talks about committed sex versus the fifth house, which talks about casual sex. Okay. So, you're going to be getting balance around materialism and spirituality. Okay, this house is also talks about the occult. It talks about insurance and death and taxes and all of the kind of like the end of life things. This house discusses. Okay, and so you want to look at, not only is it balance in between materialism and spirituality, but also balance in your shared finances. Okay, um is one partner spending too much? Do both partners have access to the funds? Is the way that the money being used in a balanced way? Do both of you agree on how the money is being spent, or is one person making all of the decisions and not allowing the other to have any say? Are you on the same page when it comes to investing? If you and your partner are doing any type of investing, are you both in agreement on what you will be investing into? Are all financial decisions balanced and fair for all parties involved? Okay. This is also a time for you to be open to receive unexpected gifts and unexpected support. Okay. And so for Aquarius risings, this is going to be taking place in your ninth house. Ninth house is the house of higher learning. It is also the house of long distance travel, of law, of higher education, in your beliefs as well, religion as well. Okay. And so for you guys, you're going to be getting a balance between the practical world and the spiritual world. Okay. And so you may be giving all your energy to doing everything in the 3D and neglecting the being in the spiritual, or vice versa. Okay, and so you have to be balanced with that, because co-creation involves physical activity, and it also involves the spiritual side of things as well. And so, in order for it to work optimally, okay, you go within first, and then once you go within, then you work outward. And the work that you're doing outward is inspired action, okay? It's not just doing a bunch of things and hoping and wishing and praying. It's inspired action. You go within, and then you're inspired to take actions that's going to get you the result that you are looking for. Okay. And so you may be setting intentions around going back to school if you want to go back to school, or if you are currently in school, you may want to see how you can approach it from a more balanced standpoint. If you're, always at school or always working on your schoolwork and you're not spending enough time with your family, how can you, balance it out so that you can study and get all your work done for school as well as have time for your family? Okay. Um, Now, when it comes to, if you're in school and you're, like concerned about your grades or, things of that nature, this is a time for you to not allow yourself to get so attached. Um, anytime your grades are not where you want them to be. Okay. Don't allow your mental health to suffer while expanding your learning. Okay. If you are, really just can't, you want to hone in. Of course, you want to make good grades, right? but you don't want to, beat yourself up if you don't make whatever grade you want to. You may just need to, switch up on how you study. Okay. Maybe the method that you're studying, what you're doing, is just not working, or it might not be the best method. And so you may want to do a little research on how you can, retain more information. Maybe you're just not retaining it. Maybe you're just a bad test taker. Okay. You know the information, but you might just be a bad test taker. And so, there's a lot of factors that can factor in. And so you definitely don't want to beat yourself up at this time or any time, really, about your grades. Just know that you can always do better. All right, and so for Capricorn risings, this is going to be in your 10th house. 10th house is the house of career and public persona, and it's also the legacy that you want to leave. It also shows the can give insight to the relationship with your dominant parent, with your authoritative parent. Fourth house shows the relationship with the more passive parent, the more nurturing parent. Okay. And so for you, your focus is going to be getting balance in your career and public persona, planting new seeds in a new career, or making shifts in your current career that will allow it to be more fair and equitable for you. Okay. Verbalizing what you want in order to be more successful in your role, or building up your voice as a leader. Okay. Within your company. And so finding balance between work and life, and getting to that middle ground, and being present and growing within your career while not sacrificing your mental health and emotional well-being, and also your family connections going by the wayside. Okay, so you may want to, change courses and start a new course. If this is applying to you, I'm going to have the link in the description box. You can grab my free cheat sheet, the best careers for your birth date. It shows all of the careers that would be best for you based upon your sun sign. And so if you are looking to, start a new career, or you're wanting to start a business, but you're just not quite sure what industry you should start that business in, but you want to do something, you want to, you know, be a business owner and, be self-employed, then you definitely want to grab the free trick cheat sheet, and the link will be in the description box of this video. Okay. Um, and so, also, this is a good time if you and your more dominant parent, if you are having any issues with them, or you guys just aren't on the same page, then you definitely, this would be a good time to bring balance within that relationship. Okay. And so for Sagittarius risings, okay, this is going to be happening in your 11th house. 11th house is the house of friends, it's the houses of dreams and wishes coming true. Um, and so for you guys, there could be a new start in your friendships. Okay. You want to assess your friends. They say that we are the sum of the five closest people that we, associate with on a regular basis. And so, you want to make sure that you're associating yourself with people who will lift you up, with people who will build you up, and not people who will tear you down or laugh at you, about the choices that you're made and how you want to lead your life. Are these friends somebody where if you called them, crying, saying you needed them, would they, come to see about you, or would they just make excuses? And then vice versa as well. Um, are you being a good friend? Assess, your friendship. Are you being a good friend to your friends? Okay. Because again, the energy that we put out is what we receive back. Okay. So if you haven't been being a good friend to your friends, and when I say not being a good friend, what I mean is like, if your friends are always giving and doing for you, but you're not reciprocating, then you need to assess that. You need to, why are you not doing that? Why are you not giving the way they're giving to you if these are truly your friends? Okay. Um, you got to know that you are worthy and deserving of true loving friendships, okay, that are balanced, okay. And so this moon is asking you to dial in on who is around you while you are building and working on your dreams, okay. Um, and are they helping you to get to those dreams, or are they a hindrance? Um, okay. And so, last but definitely not least, for Scorpio risings, this lunation is going to be taking place in your 12th house. 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It's, also talks about escapism. It talks about, you know, it's where things are hidden. Okay, a lot of things are hidden. The energy is really murky in the 12th house. Okay, and so for you, you're gonna this is gonna be prompting you to set intentions around how accessible you are to the outside world versus how accessible you are to your own healing journey. Okay, do you feel uncomfortable in solitude and quiet? Um, do you feel like you need somebody around you all the time because you don't want to sit with your thoughts or you don't want to feel your emotions? Um, you know, so instead of doing that, you're just around a bunch of people all the time, even though you might not even want to be around these people. Okay. I know somebody like this, and it's so sad. Um, but anyway, it's sad that they don't want to sit with their emotions. Um, or have you been in hermit mode and where you've just kind of shut the world out? Okay. Um, so for you, mental health is going to be of great importance during this lunation. Okay. Um, do you have any self-sabotaging behaviors? Um, you know, are you heavily drinking? Are you using mind-altering substances? And I'm not saying, that anything is wrong with drinking or anything is wrong with, if you do use mind-altering substances. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but how much of it are you using? Okay, are you using it to escape from reality? Okay, because when you start using it to escape from reality and not get more in touch with your inner world and work on those things, that you're trying to escape from, that's where the problem lies. Okay, you don't need to run away from that. And the more that you embrace your inner world, the more you work on your triggers, the actually you'll see a really big change in your life. Okay. And so just be mindful of that. When if you're looking to, set some intentions, Scorpio risings, look at, okay, what are you going to work on? What's one thing that you're going to work on for the next 6 months, to help deal, because this is the house of like shadow work, okay? And the things that, shadow work is what's hidden because it's in the subconscious. Okay. It's those triggers, it's those emotional triggers, those mental triggers. It could be things that are triggering you and you don't even know, why they're triggering you or where they're coming from. And so, you definitely want to set some intentions to just sit with yourself and meditation will be really, really good for you during this lunation. And meditation is good for everybody all the time, but more importantly with this lunation, just sitting, meditating, and really working on, see what comes up for you, and then start working on healing that, so that you can move past it and have a more fulfilling life. Okay. And so that's what I have for you. Now, again, I did that. Those are for the rising signs. However, you can, check your sun and your moon as well. Um, I know for me, my rising and my sun sign both are two areas of my life that I am working on. And so it just made both of those made sense for me. Now, it may be something totally different for you, but you can look for all three to get a more holistic view. Okay. And so I hope that you found value in this video. If you did, you can go ahead and like the video, give it a thumbs up. You can also share it out so that others can find value as well. And then subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications each time that I upload a new video to the channel or I go live. I will be going live every Friday here just on YouTube. I got to give my YouTube. Um, give my YouTube babies some love. And also, if you are wanting to book a energy reading with me or a occupational energy reading with me, I will have all the information in the description box below so that you can, book your readings. And so, you guys have a amazing, amazing Libra new moon. And remember, possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand. And that right there should make you smile because you really do create your own reality. Have a good one.